Hello students, today we are going to study class 7 biology and please turn back the pages of your textbook and come to page number 57, okay? We are dealing with chapter number, that is kingdom classification 2, okay? So today we are going to deal with class apes. So apes mainly comprise of the birds, okay? All of you have seen birds around your surroundings now? There are so many birds, parrots, sparrows that we can see, okay, easily, okay, eagles. So starting with the class apes, the members of this groups are commonly known as birds. They are the flying animals. So the main member of this group is birds and they are the flying animals. It means they can fly, okay. Birds are the warm-blooded animals, so their body temperature remain constant regardless of the change in the temperature of their surroundings. So they are warm-blooded animals. What does it mean? It means that their body temperature doesn't change according to the surroundings. Okay, it has no relation with the environment temperature. As for the cold-blooded animals, we have just understood now that they change their body temperature according to the environment. But these warm-blooded animals, what they do, doesn't have any effect on their body with regard to the temperature. It will maintain its own body temperature. Doesn't matter what is the temperature of the environment. Okay, that's why the term used for such kind of animals is warm-blooded animals. Okay, so the body of apes is divided into head, neck and tail and is covered with the feathers. So their body is highly distinguished into head, neck and tail, and their whole body will be covered with the feathers. Feathers, all of you know now, the feathers help the birds to cover its body. Okay, they have two pairs of wings for flight. It means they are having two pairs of wings. Okay, wings help them to fly in the sky. Okay, so two pairs of wings are there. Four limbs modified into wings for flight. It means for flying, their limbs, four limbs, okay, that is modified so that they can fly. Kiwi have vestigial wings. So although this group comprises of the birds that can fly, but there are some birds, there are some members of this class, those who can't walk. Okay, instead of those who can't fly, instead of flying they walk. Okay, for example kiwis, so they have a special feature that is called vestigial wings. So these are the modified wings, and because of this wings these birds can't fly properly. Okay, because it doesn't it just disturb the balance while flying. So they have this mutation or adaptations or this special feature called vestigial wings. So any bird that is having this vestigial wings, they won't be able to fly. But there are birds that can fly also in class apes, but there are some birds, few birds that can't fly. That birds that are not able to fly, they will have the vestigial wings. Okay, hind limbs bear four clawed digits and were adapted for walking, perching and swimming. So their hind limbs, okay, has four clawed, okay, divided into four claws, okay, and digits. It means you can see your fingers now, it is divided into three. Yeah, this is digit. Okay, such kind of divisions is also found in their claws. Okay, and these claws help them to walk. Okay, while walking it helps them to maintain the your grip with the ground. Okay, perching and swimming. While swimming also it's going to help them. So children, here is one new word, perching. Perching means when the birds are aligned or resting on something. Okay, while sitting they are not doing anything but sitting. So these help them to grip the things. Okay, they help the birds to maintain the balance. Narrow jaws form a horny beak. As you can see, the birds have the beak to pick up the things and for for different purposes. They are using their beaks for different purposes, which is modified for different purposes. Okay, for eating, for collecting the dry leaves and all this to make their nest, for holding their prey, for so many things, even for holding their young ones, okay, little babies also. teeth are absent. They are not having teeth. Birds have highly developed voice, hearing and vision. They have the specialized sense for nest building and care for their young. Okay. So these birds, these little creatures, they have some additional qualities. They have the very highly developed hearing, voice and vision quality. They can see this while they are flying. Okay. You might have noticed the eagles, they fly on a great height, but wherever they find their prey, their food, they just easily come down to the ground and catch hold of their food and just then fly away. So why this happening? This is happening because they have very good sense of vision. They can see the things very nicely, very properly from a very distance. So these birds have the developed voice, hearing and vision quality, and they have a special quality to build their nest. Okay, they need some shelter for them now, so they prepare their home by themselves only, and they take care of their young ones. Okay. Fertilization is internal. It means fertilization, formation of the baby, okay, is happening inside the body. And oviparous, it means what happened when the egg is fertilized, they lay down and this egg develops by its own by using the food present from the yolk. Okay. So, and some members of this class is pigeon, kiwi, penguin, kingfisher, ostriches. Okay. Now class Mammalia. Okay, breast. It means these members of this group, they can feed their babies. Okay, this is one of the important characters. Mammals are warm-blooded and most evolved animals of animal kingdom. So they are the warm-blooded. It doesn't matter whatever the environment temperature, their body temperature remain the constants. It doesn't change with respect to the environment. Okay, their body temperature remain the constant. Okay, it doesn't have any effect of the environment temperature on itself. And they are the one of the most specialized, okay, among the animal kingdom. They are the most specialized class is Mammalia. Okay, it means their system, their body is highly organized, is highly developed. Now body is divisible into head, neck, trunk and tail. So they have a clear out distinction. Okay, movable eyelids, the eyelids can move. Hair is present on their skin. Okay, all of you have hairs on your skin now. You people don't have the feathers now. Why? Because we belong to the class Mammalia. We are not belonging to the class Aves. Okay, that's why we have hairs on our body. Most of the mammals have external ear, nose and teeth. All of you are having external ear, nose, teeth. Okay, we breathe through our lungs. And viviparous animals, that means they will give birth to their young ones. They are the only animals that can produce milk to nourish their babies. Thus, they are milk producing animals. Okay. So, these are the animals, they produce milk. Okay. Human beings belongs to the class Mammalia. Okay. We also belong to the class Mammalia. Some members of the class Mammalia are humans, kangaroo, bear, elephant, platypus, giraffe, etc. So, the other members of our class Mammalia are these all. Okay. So students, for today's homework, you are supposed to learn these both the both special features of both these classes, class Aves and class Mammalia. That will be your homework for today. Hopefully you might have understood all the things what I have explained. Okay, so try to learn all the points. Fine, and just make the notes. Whatever I have underlined, and whatever the special characteristics is given in the point wise, now you have to by heart it. Okay children, thank you.